So I looked up things to talk about at a sleepover, and someone made like an entire list.
Imagine having to look this up. This is your first sleepover.
Just because I want to encapsulate the essence of a sleepover. Number 1, talk shit about people, and then parentheses.
So good at that.
I love doing that.
Not ideal or nice. Like, don't be ideal or nice.
Oh.
Well, that's what talking shit is.
Yeah.
Well, he's just clarifying for the world.
I think talking shit is like a
Talking
sport.
shit, but it's actually just complimenting people.
Number 2.
God, George, I hate how nice that guy is. Fuck him.
He is so not ideal. Number 2, talk about problems in your life.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, talk about family.
Mm-hmm.
We all, yeah. Number 4, talk about your shows you watch, music you listen to, or whatever gossip there is.
Yeah.
Real broad.
Okay, so that was really just like talk about anything.
Yeah, talk about literally anything.
Have a conversation.
Number
Okay.
5, talk about
Got that.
ideas.
Okay, sweet.
Talk about ideas that you might have. You know,
Like the spaghetti fork?
a spaghetti fort.
Sorry. I said fork.
Oh, it's the spaghetti fork.
No,
The spaghetti fork with
Spaghetti
the
fork.
scissors
With the
attached.
scissors.
You should make a spaghetti
Yes.
fork.
It's a very good idea.
It is.
Everybody said.
I mean, you should probably patent it soon because when this goes
Yeah.
out,
People
people will steal it.
biting at the nib.
Yeah.
Biting at the nib.
That's the thing people say.
No, it's not.
I just said it.
6, talk about the future. Talk about the future.
Scary.
Number 7, talk about the girl/guy you like. Number 8, talk about your dreams. I know we're going to be getting into that. Number 9, play Mad Libs, comma, that is fun. The person, Joshua Chang, emphasized that is a fun thing to
That
do.
reads almost like they were playing Mad Libs on that advertisement. They were like, adjective, fun?
Fun?
Oh my
That
god,
is
it's perfect.
Not too sponsored.
Number 10, talk about how you need to start a diet and tonight is your last cheat night to pig out on ice cream and pizza.
What?
That's
so
awful.
specific.
So, tonight's...
What's up with this guy?
Tonight's actually my last cheat night because I'm going to be going on a diet.
feel
Yeah, you've been
This guy-
cheating a lot lately.
I mean, this guy hasn't actually been to a sleepover before.
He's watched a lot of media with sleepovers.
Yeah, and they play Mad Libs and they pig out
And they talk about diets.
Yeah.
on ice cream and pizza.
Well, it's their last chance.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Obligatory Podcast.
What is up, everybody?
Yeah, we've been going for
I've been going this whole time.
the audience won't hear like as much as we had talked about.
No, I didn't hear the whole thing.
Okay.
Ryan's making executive decisions. That's amazing. Speaking of Ryan, do you mind doing our intro?
No, that's okay.
Oh,
Yeah, you can help him out.
Yeah, you can help him out.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's going on today?
For me specifically?
Yeah, I mean, what's going on?
I mean, what is your deal?
What is Ryan's deal? Tell us Ryan's
Yeah,
deal.
tell us
Ryan,
Ryan's
tell
deal.
us.
Ryan's got a lot of spunk. That's why his feet are so big.
He's
It has
spunky,
to,
okay.
match up with the spunk.
The amount of
Yeah.
I've heard that like foot size is directly correlated to like how much
To
spunk you have.
spunkiness.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it earlier, but he hasn't changed. The continuity is there, and I appreciate that.
He's a continuous guy.
He's been spunky since the beginning,
Since day one.
and never once has he let his spunk dull
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
anybody or anything.
That's a skill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Lord knows we
love
left our spunk away.
That's
I feel
in the
bad
rear
for you.
view. In
Yeah.
the rear view.
But Ryan wouldn't know what that's like.
Speaking of Ryan, what's Leah's deal?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like Leah's really come out of her shell as of late. I feel like she's more of a shy person, kind of doesn't like confrontation.
A lone wolf, if you will.
Mhm.
Almost, yeah.
Like an alpha among us.
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
Didn't know to bend to time.
Yeah, we're having a sleepover today. Sleepover episode. We're not actually sleeping over.
Yeah. Contrary to Ryan's large amount of excitement when he heard
Contrary to
about the
Ryan's
sleepover
voice.
episode.
I got a charger and everything.
Yeah,
He has an
well-
overnight bag. He brought his toothbrush. Or maybe he didn't.
actually.
I was wondering if you brought your toothbrush or if we'd have to share.
Yeah, like this guy's gonna be staying.
You're gonna have to borrow yours.
Yeah, well, you've been like all over me today. So honestly, it wouldn't be shocking.
You came on to me first. I'm pretty sure.
I did nothing of this sort. From what I hear, you're the one with a lot of spunk and ready to give.
I don't know. It just from me and Leah's perspective, they just keep like accidentally holding hands and like they keep like making really longful eye contact with each other.
They were matching shoes.
Yeah, they wore matching shoes.
They weren't.
Ryan made me.
That is
No, I did not.
Ryan made me. I was putting on my shoes. He was like, "Are you gonna wear those ones?" And I was like, "No, I don't think so, because you're wearing the same exact shoes as me." And he said, "I think you should."
History is gonna say they're friends. Don't believe that.
For the audio listeners, we have a nice little charcuterie board of snacks that we were eating. Forrest, I'm sorry if I get cracker like crumbs on your bed.
It's okay. I'm gonna change these sheets like tomorrow, anyways.
Okay, we got some cheese that Leah bought for us.
Some Gruyere.
Mm-hmm. I definitely got scammed.
100% got scammed.
He just like kept adding to like the price until Leah made a face and then went, "Yeah, that's the price."
When he asked for a tip, he handed her a large chunk of cheese.
It was like, not a large.
This
it
one's
was a small.
This one's for you, and the tip is for me.
And it worked.
And then, I mean, absolutely.
She had to tip it that way.
Yeah.
We got some zesty apples.
Zesty.
Very lemony.
Would you call them ambrosia?
They're ambrosia apples.
Ambrosia apples.
Very sweet.
Crackers and some green bread.
Yeah. Some bread from the restaurant I work at because I need to get rid of it.
Yeah, I gotcha. Let me give this a try.
It's nice.
Let me give it the old George's lunch food review.
We had grapes earlier.
That is true, but we tore through
Ryan
those.
basically soloed the bag.
No. We all definitely did our fair share of it.
Me? I had like 3 grapes.
I would have happily sold that. I had grapes.
I had a bunch.
I had like 3 grapes. I was over making hot chocolate. I turned around. Grapes gone.
Let's start off with this question. How do we feel about sleepovers? What's our history with sleepovers? Because I've had quite the history with sleepovers. I used to not be allowed to as a kid. So like anytime I go to like a friend's like birthday party and they were gonna sleep over, or they were gonna have a sleepover, my mom always came and picked me up at the last second.
That's brutal.
It's rough.
Yeah.
That happened a few times to me as a kid, but most of the time my parents would like not really care if I was having a sleepover. I think they were just like the classic parent thing where like, really, I was only having sleepover with boys. And there were like a few times that I was like, maybe I should go to a girl sleepover. And they were like, well, we just don't know. Which doesn't line up with them at all.
Yeah.
I think that they're just like, well, other parents wouldn't allow it. But I had a very good amount of sleepovers. I had sleepovers like consistently with some people, but not many people.
Did you host?
Does that make sense?
Did you host the sleepovers or?
Very rarely would I host, but that's like throughout my childhood. I very rarely hosted at my house. I never had the good snacks.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So it's like,
I feel like I had my fair share of hosting and going to. I do remember it always being a struggle to convince the parents, but that's probably our fault for asking them like the day of.
Yeah, no, I mean, in reality, it's like, hey, mom, can you pick me up at like 8 a.m. from this random person's house?
Yeah.
That's probably like 15 minutes away.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's, yeah, no.
No, I remember there was one like person, like it was one of my best friends like parties in 3rd grade, and like we stayed up really late and we like watched a bunch of Yo Mama like videos, with Brody Fox, and like watched a lot of like Rhett and Link. Actually, I think we watched like, that was the first time I ever watched like an epic rap battle of history.
Oh my God.
Was at my friend's place. Yeah, it was crazy. I think it was definitely the Barack Obama versus Mitt Romney, and I definitely didn't get like anything they were talking about, but I liked that Barack Obama was rapping to me.
I mean, that's your president.
And then Abe Lincoln came in, and it was.
He set the record straight.
I think the first sleepover that I was actually allowed to go to was Friendsgiving.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so recent.
That was senior year. Yeah. I don't know. It was just they weren't comfortable with me. They couldn't sleep if I wasn't in the house. They were one of those parents. Yeah. For a while, I couldn't.
I think my parents slept better when I wasn't in the house. I'm really glad to get rid of me.
My parents were always mad at me when we would have sleepovers. We'd stay up super late and we'd be loud, like so loud. And my mom would come down first, and she'd be like, she wouldn't even be like telling us to be quiet for her sake. She'd be like, your dad is going to wake up and he's going to be pissed. And then sure enough, he would come downstairs and we all, it was not good.
I think that was never really a problem for me. But what's the opposite of like a bell curve? Ryan, you're a math guy. What's the opposite of a bell curve?
A valley?
A valley? A bell valley? I think that's a thing for sleepovers. Like for me, I was young and I was having a lot of sleepovers, right? And then like maybe age 10 or like 11, it kind of stops.
That's where kids get weird. So it's like, you want to skip past that.
Yeah, but then
Nobody
you
wants to
get back to being like, I don't know, I would say like 16 plus.
Yeah.
Semi-normal again.
And then you're like back to
My dad's calling me.
in sleepover fashion. You can step away for a little bit. We got this, George.
No, I'll just text him that I'm potting.
You sure?
Oh,
Yeah.
I was hoping he could be on the pod with us.
Oh, you want to say
You can ask what he thinks about
More.
sleepovers.
Yeah, let me ask my father.
Oh.
I'll put him on speaker.
Okay.
This is good.
Hello, George.
Hey, Dad.
Hey.
Hi.
You told me also you started a Forrest tonight.
Oh no, we're not sleeping over tonight.
I'm telling you.
Wait,
it was
Dad,
misleading. It was
Dad, you're on the podcast.
You're on the podcast right now, and we're doing a sleepover episode. We're wondering if you have any like wisdom about sleepovers or anything to add to the conversation.
Wow. Don't be the first one to go to sleep.
Don't be the first one to go.
That's actually really
That's a really good lesson.
We're definitely going to talk about that at some
Go
point.
to sleep. That's actually my wisdom.
Uh-huh.
All right, thanks, Dad. I'll call you back after the episode.
I love you, bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye bye.
Oh.
But as I was saying, and then like you get a little bit older and you kind of like come back up and you start having a lot of sleep. Like when I was in college, like I'd sleep over at my friends' dorms like all the time.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's like, and now I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but I think it's not weird at all for like someone to randomly crash at my place.
Yeah.
And like
No.
I don't see why I would care.
I remember,
Yeah.
what is it? Actually, senior year for my birthday. Actually, that was the first time I had people sleep over, like, at my place. I remember it was going to be, like, a sleepover, and a bunch of, like, people stayed over. I think you stayed over.
Mhm.
I remember, like, someone else, like, got kicked out of their house for the night. I think I'll probably believe his name. It was
Sure.
and he, like, needed a place to stay, so I just was like, hey, just, like, well, I'm already having a sleepover. You might as well just kick it with us.
Yeah.
And he bought me chicken tenders as, like, thank you the next day. It was really sweet.
That's really sweet.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail your story.
No. I can't believe your dad has wisdom about sleepovers, but didn't let you go to them.
But,
He's
was,
pissing me off.
First one to fall asleep.
Me?
Like, I know my son.
Maybe he was
sleep
scared of
without.
you.
Maybe scared of me?
No, well, scared
for me.
Scared
Yeah.
for you.
Scared for me. What about you, Leah?
What, like my experience with sleepovers?
Yeah.
Well, like my parents, if I said I was going to a sleepover, they'd be like, yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, well, yes. And most of them, you'd like watch a horror movie and then like go to sleep. But me, I wouldn't go to sleep.
Mm.
Little
Were you just watching
well-known fact
them?
about me, I was afraid of the dark until still am. It did not change. So every time I went to a sleepover, I just didn't sleep.
Mm.
Just
That's
eyes
crazy.
open. I'd wake up in the morning with them red.
Oh my god.
Well, it's like you stare into the dark hallway long enough, you like force yourself to see something.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah, that's true. One of the most scared I've ever been in my life was with when I was with. Oh no, I took a trip up to Michigan with my girlfriend in senior year to go like see her family or whatever, and they had a cat, and I was sleeping on. They wouldn't let me sleep in the same bed as her, which was funny. But I was sleeping on the couch, and in the middle of the night, I was like half asleep, half awake, and their cat like sprung on me and like ran like up my legs, up my chest, and like jumped off.
Use you as a boost.
It was so fucking terrifying, and I think it was just because it was in the dark. Because normally that'd be adorable.
Yeah.
That was like.
But a clawed feline in the night.
I think about that sometimes
Yeah.
because I didn't even realize they had a cat at that time.
Oh,
So I had no
That would
idea
freak
what was
me out.
going on.
That's different if you don't know this is the cat.
A strange
What is
number
that?
of my friends would like at sleepovers, they tell me like this ghost story that they swear to God happened to them. And then of course I believe it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That happened for sure.
Well, I swear to God.
Yeah. One of my friends, like good friends from like middle school and early high school, she has a bunch of masks over her couch, and that's where she would always have us sleep. So I'm going to sleep staring at masks on the wall and it's dark.
And they've just told you ghost stories.
They've just told me ghost stories.
And now you're supposed to be like, what, chill?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We just watched Princess and the Frog.
Oh, yeah.
Terrifying.
Lots of ghosts in that one, I
Talking.
assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the.
Oh, you're ready. Do you guys believe in ghosts? That's a sleepover question, right?
I
That
don't
is a
want
massive
them to know
sleepover
that.
question.
What's up?
I don't
So the
want
answer
the
is yes.
ghosts to know
Oh.
my answer.
Oh,
I can't
okay.
So
I don't think they're around.
Well, it doesn't sound like it's a no.
They're not critical thinkers, those ghosts.
Oh,
Okay.
they're not going to be happy to hear you say
They're
that.
absolutely, they have time. They have nothing but time to do critical thinking. I think they're probably some of the greatest
You
critical
don't think
thinkers
they
in the
retain
universe.
their
Yeah, they could be some of the wisest people in history.
Objectively, they have to be.
Yeah.
Like they just have to be.
Just going around watching
Can
people
you
like
elaborate
creeps.
on that?
Yeah. Well, okay. So they're ghosts. So they're like what, infinity years old?
Yeah.
No, but like, they're way older than us, so they have a lot more time to collect wisdom. And it is assumed that you keep your mind, right? Because
You think.
well, it's assumed that you keep your mind because you're able to communicate with people through things like Ouija, and through other like forms of talking to ghosts or like radios, stuff like that. So obviously they're able to communicate with people. I would imagine that if you're a person who believes in ghosts, you probably haven't put thought into it, but like you haven't put thought into it and that's why you believe it, but you haven't put thought into this specifically. But it's like if you die with like Alzheimer's or something, it seems to me like the ghost would regain the former mind.
You think so?
That's what I would. That's what I would assume too.
But even if they didn't, they would have enough time. I feel like they might have enough time to like
Or they just stay.
create something new, or they just stay where they're at.
Maybe they die and the only thing they can think is like the last thought that they had.
Some people say that,
And
that's like the idea of haunting, right?
yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
that's what they're like, basically just like stuck on vengeance or whatever. But
Right.
even then, they would be able to critically think about that thought so hard
Yeah.
that they would probably be led to other forms of wisdom that we would never
in order
reach.
to critically think, you have to have like layers to it, don't you?
But if you're only thinking about one thought, it's not specified that you can't think about it deeply.
I understand.
I mean, you would
understand
have
where
to
you're
think
coming
about
from.
it deeply.
But I mean, maybe it's just because like the media's interpretation of ghosts has been like mischaracterized over the years.
Yeah.
I actually
the ghosts are saying that.
I've been on Ghost Talk recently, actually, and they're very unhappy with like the Poltergeist, Paranorman.
Yeah.
That movie gets ghosts like all wrong. Apparently.
You've commented.
I remember I before I came to like. I went to like a different school, and there was like a creepy old shack behind the school, and there was like a little tiny lake. And at my Taekwondo camp, these older kids told me that the school was like haunted by Bloody Mary, the ghost, the fictional ghost.
Everywhere is haunted by Bloody Mary.
Apparently,
Yeah, that's honestly like they should have just come up with the name.
yeah. And like one time, my jacket like went missing in class. What did you say?
I was gonna no.
No, go
You
ahead.
can't say that.
I was gonna say like I don't know. It could have been like Hungry Tim. So I was probably stupid. Anyways, you were saying
Moist Carly.
yeah, I don't know, but so like you were
Sorry.
saying, it's like in the shed.
Yeah. And like my jacket went missing. My favorite black jacket just like went missing in class one day. And then like 2 months later, it just showed up on my desk. And like I told I told the older kids they weren't my friends. They were bullies, but I told the older kids that like
They weren't my friends. They were bullies.
and they were like, yeah, that was Bloody Mary. And I was like, oh god.
Do you think they were playing a long game with you?
Yes, absolutely. They were.
You
playing
think
a long
that
game.
2 months later, like on their 6-year-old calendar, they were like, "Oh yeah."
Well, they didn't go to school with
Don't
me.
mess with that kid again.
They went to another school. I don't know
How were you talking to them?
Because it was like we all went to the same
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo camp.
You think 2 months
Can you
later they
find
remembered that?
What were you?
No. They after I lost my jacket, I told them about it, and
Yeah.
they were like, "Bloody Mary took it," and I went, "Roger that."
Yeah.
2 months
Of
later,
course.
it spawned on my desk in the morning.
And you think that? I just don't think that kids remember things that. How old were they?
How old were? What do you mean?
How young were they?
No, they didn't put the. I don't know how my jacket got there. I think a teacher did it or something. Or maybe
So,
it was actually Bloody Mary.
Let's just track back to this thing where they were bullying you, but theoretically you should have been able to fight back. Leah brought up a really good point
Thank
there.
you. What were you learning the whole time?
And Taekwondo.
Well, this was like
what belt color were you?
I think at the time I was like yellow. I ended off with a brown belt actually.
Whoa, that's
which is
very high.
two underneath black belt. I could have continued on my Taekwondo journey and been like,
You still can.
Yeah,
I get-
hey, nothing's stopping you but you.
I guess I still could.
And buying a colored belt.
There was also another instance. I only have like 2 really good ghost stories, but like when my littlest brother Dimitri, shout outs Dimitri,
Yeah.
he's gonna be real happy to hear his name. This was when he was first learning how to talk, and like he didn't really watch a lot of TV. At least didn't have the comprehension to like understand like super what was going on. But we were having like dinner one day, and like we're all just eating, and he goes like, have you guys met Bob yet? We were like, and we met Bob yet? And he was like, yeah, the floating t-shirt. We were like, oh my God. That's a real thing that happened. We were all flummoxed.
Oh my God.
We were all terrified. And he was in his own room. Like, he slept by himself. He was like maybe 3 or 4. Absolutely terrifying.
Oh my, that's crazy.
The old house that we used to live in, I don't necessarily believe in ghosts or whatever, but like, something about that old house was definitely up.
Have you seen Bob?
Have you seen Bob recently? You're 4. This is like your 4th sentence.
Honestly, that's a fantastic 4th sentence.
Yeah.
First name.
I'm jealous of that guy.
It really left an impact on us.
What year was this? Was this when Bob was like the funniest name on planet Earth?
It still is.
I mean, I don't know.
Did the ghost
Maybe
choose the name Bob, or did he name it Bob?
Maybe I'm sure he named it.
The ghost. Well, okay. It's assumed that he would have said the flying talking shirt if he had communicated with it.
Right.
Yeah. No, but it was just the shirt.
4th sentence.
Well, he was clearly getting specific. I don't think that would have stopped him.
Not it. I meant to say him. I didn't even do that.
So wait, do you guys have any ghost stories?
No, dude.
I think so.
would leave a sleepover if they pulled out a Ouija board. And
Hell yeah.
Oh, you're one of those?
I would, and I did.
I've been trying.
I'm one of those.
I don't think I really believed
too, right?
in ghosts growing up. Like, I think I didn't believe in them growing up, but at the same time, if someone was like, let's go do Bloody Mary, I don't think I would have done it.
Oh, we definitely did that.
I would like, personally, to this day, I would go out of my way to have a ghost experience. I've never had
You
one.
think?
I've tried to.
I
Anytime I see a Ouija board, I try to have an experience
Like,
or something like that. Not piss it off. But I grew up with like a kind of pagan dad, and then also around a bunch of like pagan people because I was in like Renaissance fairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a lot of people that would like tell me that they can like talk to dead people or like have or like communicated with spirits, stuff like that. I know a lot of people like believe in spirits.
Yeah.
I myself, I've never had the opportunity to believe in spirits because I've never but I would love to believe that ghosts are real, but I can't.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Never happened to you?
It's never happened for me.
I feel like it should have. Can I say that for you, Forrest?
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like it should have.
I didn't want to be the person to say it, but I feel like it would happen to me.
Maybe the ghosts just don't like you very
We're
much.
gonna leave and it is gonna happen.
Maybe you're just not looking in the right places.
Maybe I'm not, but I don't know. Sometimes I catch flashes of things out of my eyes.
Oh yeah,
Stop that.
the shadow people.
Don't tell
But
me.
I think that's like a separate issue.
That's a scientific thing. That's just like something that like everyone experiences where they think something's like moving, in their eyesight. But it's just like I don't know. Maybe it's the way that the eyes
An
like
eyelash or
reset.
something.
Yeah,
I have long eyelashes.
that's
so.
true. They're very beautiful.
Yeah, people are saying. So it's probably that.
Yeah. Do you guys have nightmares? Let's talk about dreams now.
Dude, they're bad.
When I was young, like 3rd grade, maybe 2nd grade, I had a reoccurring nightmare, and it went like this every time. I'm in school. I walk out the classroom door.
No pants.
No, nothing like that. I walk out the classroom door. I'm in the White House. I have a meeting with Barack Obama. I go into the Oval Office. We talk for like a while. Suddenly, all the walls drop. His desk has wheels, and we're both now like minecart, like a minecart video game section. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like Club Penguin minecart.
Like in Donkey Kong Country too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're on the street in DC, and we're both in the minecart, like turning it. But the minecart is also the desk. It's a presidential desk. And we're turning it. We're trying to dodge the trees. And whenever I get hit by a tree, or Barack Obama would get hit by a tree, the only way I can say it is screen, but like basically my whole like vision would turn into Medusa's face, and then I'd wake up.
Oh.
That was like
that was a consistent dream that you had. When was this?
Like multiple times.
like many times, and I've never forgotten it. That was like when I was like in like 3rd grade. I'm a weird mind, dude.
You have Imagine
a lot of creativity.
Just imagine like Barack Obama talking to like third grade Forrest about like political issues in the world, and then he's
We'd
like,
have very serious meetings.
was
don't know what they
it
would
the
do
same
now.
conversation each time?
I don't think so, but honestly, I don't know.
That's
Did you see his, for lack of a better word, his Spotify Wrapped? When he posted
Normally, I look at it. This year, I didn't.
He had Squabble Up on there.
I don't believe that that's
He
him.
had
That's his.
lunch
That's
on
like
wait,
his
he had
cool
Squabble
intro.
Up by Kendrick?
Yeah.
He shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's actually.
Because like the
How would he have gotten
the
that?
album came out late in November.
He posted it. No, it's not his real Wrapped. It's his like presidential list.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
Mhm.
So that's just one of his
Fact
favorite.
checking me.
I was just gonna.
The Obama recommendations for like music.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking that maybe Barack Obama was faking his Spotify Wrapped to seem cooler to like. I don't know why he would have done that.
Incredible.
I would love if Barack Obama was doing that.
I remember I used to be super afraid of like natural disasters, just happening. You know, like the I Survived series. I read a lot of those I Survived books, like, you know, late elementary school. And so like the idea of a tsunami was like really terrifying to me.
Yeah.
I remember I had this really vivid like nightmare where like all of a sudden like gushes of water were like sprouting out from like the earth and like flooding the entire earth just like from the ground up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
So basically, it was flooding from the earth.
Yeah, like just like it was like geysers. Just geysers would just like spawn in from like, you know, outside, like in my backyard.
I
I'm
like
looking
how
at my
you and I
backyard.
talk about these things like a video game. I said the whole screen.
And like water is rising and me and my family are like, what do we do? What the fuck do we? How do we save the world right now? And my bright idea was, if you spill water like on a carpet, the carpet like absorbs it.
So your idea was sponges.
We opened my window like all the way up and just let all the water like rush in, and my carpet was just like soaking it all in, and we were saving the world that way.
Wow.
Then
Hey,
I
Jordan.
woke up.
Does this have anything to do with that era in your life where you were asking everybody what they would do if all the oxygen turned into wood?
I remember that.
This is extremely similar. And then you were like, what would you do to save the world? This feels like a derivative.
You know, someone asked, like I asked someone that question, and then immediately after they were like, what would you do if all the water in the world just spawned on top of your head?
Well,
On top of your head, like, what would you do? I'd swim up.
Like in a column?
In a ball.
I go to a carpet
In a ball.
shop.
You go to a carpet shop.
Very simple.
Obviously.
Exactly. Y'all got any nightmares that you want to share with them?
I have this one where there's a bee flying around my room, but every time I swat at it, it gets bigger.
So
That is terrifying.
So if you lived in peace, this wouldn't be a problem.
If I lived in peace,
Yeah. Like if
You
you
didn't
and the
swat at
bee
it?
does
like
anyone truly live in peace? That's
Like, I never kill insects. If they're as long as they're not in my bed or my restaurant, I'm in their world.
I can live with an insect if I know where it, like if I can see it, if I can make eye contact with it.
Yeah.
I can't deal with like theoretical bugs. Like that whole
No, I know. No. Theoretical bugs are
Spiders
so
in
much
the
worse.
earth
That's
thing.
so much worse. Yeah.
Like, don't tell me.
Oh,
Don't
you're
tell
talking
me
about
that there could be
That's none of your
spiders in this
business.
room.
Yeah.
You talk about the 8 spiders that you eat every year?
Yeah.
like
You, Leah,
so every
specifically?
year,
Specifically.
every year you
Yes.
eat 8 spiders in your sleep.
Every
Yeah.
year. And
Yeah,
it's,
every
just-
year.
it's all in one night.
And probably it could be tonight.
Well, yeah.
It could be tomorrow night.
It could be tomorrow. Like you
Could be any night. Could have been
It could
yesterday.
be. It could have been during a sleepover.
Yes.
Maybe everybody was having a little snack during a sleepover.
Yeah, and you were the one who went a little bit hungry,
Mhm.
so you called your spider friends to feed you 8 of
Sounds
their
about right.
You know
comrades.
what? It's really brave of them
Yeah.
because they were giving their life to like feed
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes go to sleep and you're like, tonight might be the night?
It's usually New Year's Eve because it's
You're like, have I hit my 8?
what am I missing?
Well, you said
know?
usually, so this is like
Every year,
most years.
once a year.
This is you.
Most years you're like, well, I
21
hope I've
years.
hit my 8.
Yes. Yeah.
I hope.
Well, I'm a chronic
I
procrastinator.
mean, what happens
Yeah.
if you
So
don't
it's like
eat
I
it?
That's a good
usually
point.
leave it
If you-
off till the end of the year.
If you don't hit your 8, your stomach explodes.
Yeah.
If you don't hit your 8, well, you better get to work New
You
Year's
double it
Eve.
to the next person.
Because it's like
Oh,
if you don't have like the spiders like fixing up your stomach yearly,
Yeah.
like, it's bad.
They catch the flies in there.
that
That's
makes a
the
lot of
thing.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you inhale like 32 flies every year.
32?
I heard it was 30,
Scientifically.
I like that
37.
I heard it was 40.
I got one book.
I might have gotten my numbers wrong.
When I was in preschool, I was like running, and like preschoolers do, with my mouth wide open, breathing hard, as you do when you're like 2 or 3. And I was on this field, and I was running, and a whole like horsefly just fucking
those are the
breathed
worst.
it in. Yeah, like massive.
Terrible.
I just like breathed it in, and I don't know how he's doing. I don't know
Spiders took care of it.
if we're chill. But yeah, I'm very glad
gone by now.
that I've been eating a lot of spiders.
Mhm.
That was my first move. That night, I left a note on my door
Yeah.
for all the spiders. I said,
You left on the
there's a horsefly in my stomach. I would love for you to help me clean this out. We'll pay $200.
Me personally, I leave the notes for the spiders in the high, hard to reach corners of my ceiling.
That's smart.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But you know what?
It's a lot of work
I
to
haven't
do.
felt him in there lately.
The fly or the spiders? Because if it's the spiders, you've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean the fly. Trust me, I feel the spiders.
They're in there.
Trust me, they are begging to get out.
When I was really little, I used to be afraid of like drinking things that weren't like clear or that I could really see through, because like we sometimes had ants in our house, and there was one time I was drinking lemonade and there was like an ant
in there.
like on my glass, and I was like, well, I see that guy. What if there were other ones in my lemonade
You can't see.
that I can't
It's
see?
a good point.
Yeah.
Then I just stopped. And I guess it's counterintuitive to say stuff that I couldn't see through, because I would start like drinking stuff out of cans. But
That's a real danger.
But it's a feeling.
it is a feeling. Yeah. And if I opened it, I would just drink it all right then and there.
Yeah.
Do you have anything for us, Ryan? Sorry, I don't know if you had something to say.
I feel like I probably had some of the like naked at school nightmares. I feel like I more had like a dream, and I like something good happened in the dream, and I wake up and I'm like, damn it, now I have to go about my life without that
Your
happening.
nightmare is waking up?
Not per se, but like,
His is missing.
or like I have a dream where I like that's the real killer right there. It's FOMO. No, I'd have like a dream where like you get like with the popular girl, or like the girl you have a crush on or something, and you wake up and you're like, oh
Really?
shoot, that wasn't real.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you like don't realize until like later
It's
in
just
the day.
grassy.
Do your dreams feel real? Like when that happens, you wake up and you're like a little confused.
I feel like more of I don't really remember it right when I wake up, but later in the day, it's like deja vu. Or not like deja vu, but like later in the day, I'll like think of it. I'll be like, oh wait, didn't that happen? And then I'm like, wait, no.
Oh, and it didn't. Yeah.
No, it didn't. But it's like I like have to think about it, because it feels like something happened like a few days ago, and I have to make sure that it's happened or not.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
No, that makes a lot of sense
Okay.
to me. I have a whole thing with my dreams being very real.
Yeah.
But another nightmare I had that always stuck with me since I had it when I was in 5th grade.
Mm.
I had a crush on a girl named.
Okay.
And she was what the fuck is it called? People like Britain a lot.
What?
Like a Britophile?
Britophile.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like that genre of like, yeah, whatever. So she would always wear this shirt that was basically like the British flag. But she would wear it all the time. So in my head, how people get like signature shirts?
Yeah.
This was like one of her signature shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So I came into school one day and I like say hi to her and she's wearing that shirt. And then I look around and everybody's wearing that shirt.
Oh.
And then I look down and I'm wearing that shirt. And it's just like everything in the day is entirely normal.
Mm.
I went through the entire school day in my dream where everybody in the dream was just wearing this shirt and nobody was addressing it. Everybody thought it was weird for bringing it up. It was like...
It's like a school uniform.
It was like getting fucked with. It was crazy.
That's awesome.
That's a good one.
That's a
It's like,
hilarious dream.
but like, I still like to this day, I'm like, man, it'd be so funny to do something like that to somebody. And I think that's like where that comes from.
Well, the question is still wearing those shirts.
We don't talk that much, but from what I see, I can't imagine. Well, that much meaning at all. We follow each other on Instagram. But
like once a month.
Getting back on the train of like dreams that feel like viscerally real. Like I think for the most part, like in my dreams, I think they're real, and then I wake up and I'm like, no, clearly that wasn't
right.
Clearly that wasn't real. Like I remember specific times like thinking like, no, this can't be a dream, and then like going about my day, and then something happens, and I'm like, oh, this is a dream.
And then you're like flying, and you're like, could be a dream.
And then I remember in middle school specifically, I had this really like vivid dream that someone like in our class died.
Whoa.
Yeah, and this person, like, we weren't that close, but it was someone that I considered like a friend. And I dreamed that he like fell out of a moving car and like died, and like it was like the weeks like afterwards, like being in classes and being like, can't believe that. It was. I don't know if you guys.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you guys. Yeah, you guys remember it was like, and then I woke up and I like after a little bit I couldn't. What's that? I couldn't figure out if he was still alive or not, and I didn't want to like walk around and be like, yo, that's. Is he still alive?
If you're wrong,
yeah, because then I look so weird.
You're like the biggest dick in the world. No, dude, he died 2 days ago.
Exactly. Like there's no good outcome after a year. Actually, I didn't see him at all during 8th grade, and then like freshman year, he was in my gym class, and I was like.
So you
carried around that guilt for 365 days.
Roughly. I think it was it was the end of 8th grade. So it was only like a couple of months, I think.
That's still easy. Do your dreams feel real?
So I don't know if this is just like a woman thing, but I've had dreams where like you get married, you raise a whole family, you grow old, you live an entire life.
Just be a you thing.
No.
You die, you wake up, and it's like you have to mourn the loss of your family.
No, I've heard of this.
Just raised.
I've heard of that.
It's fucked up.
So does it like you wake up and you're like confused if it was real?
Sometimes.
I'm doing market research here.
Really?
It sounds like you're more upset that it wasn't like real. When you wake up, you're like, oh man.
It's not even like,
that's what I am.
because I don't want all that right now.
No, yeah.
But it's like, I lived that, and now it's not there anymore.
You know, there was
really, and you wake up and you're like, that was reality.
Sensation, yeah.
There was a Hallmark movie that I watched a YouTube video about that was like, this woman was in a coma for like multiple years, and she had this long dream where she was married to this guy, and then she woke up, she found out she wasn't. She met the guy in real life. He like had like a girlfriend, and then she broke up their relationship because since like in her dreams she knew everything about him. She knew everything about him in real life, right? Somehow, I don't know.
It's a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, I mean it's a Hallmark. It's whatever. I don't know. I think that's really interesting. I don't have dreams like that. My dreams, like I had like. I don't know. I just do things.
Do you guys have whimsical dreams?
After your dreams?
No, I don't. I have dreams where, like, I don't know. Like, I'm in a regular place and then something weird happens and I try to carry on, but, like, I can't. Like, I remember I had this one dream where I was working in Walmart with my friend, and at one point, like, all the disco balls, like, hanging on the ceilings just all, like, fell and crashed and, like, did kill a bunch of people.
Oh my god.
So I had to like sweep up like the blood
all
and
the
like
disco balls hanging on the ceiling in Walmart.
Yeah, well, you know how like Walmart,
you know how Walmart has disco balls on the ceiling,
lining, like you can't even.
Yeah,
look.
I would argue that you can't see the lights through them. In fact, Walmart often feels like some kind of dystopian dance club whenever I walk inside of it with all the sparkles.
Exactly. So in my dream, that was exactly it, and then they all fell down. And
I can understand how you might think that's real.
Yeah. I mean, it's a dream.
No, yeah. Do you have like whimsical dreams? Like
the whimsical ones that I have, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't remember dreaming much. Like I have like a few every now and then, but
I mean, you dream every night. You just don't you forget them.
I'm sorry.
All of my dreams are just me going through an extremely average day. Like for most of my life, with the exception of I could like count on my hand the amount of like whimsical dreams I've had. Most of which I've told you guys about in the past like 20 minutes. Most of my dreams throughout my life are just like going through a very regular day, and then I wake up and I like spend like 10 or 15 minutes like sorting through and being like, that was my dream day, and today is my day.
Draw a line.
No, seriously, because like sometimes I'll go up to people and I'll try to start to like carry on a conversation that never actually happened, or like in high school. I would have a problem where I like wouldn't turn in assignments that I had like completed.
But you thought you turned them in already?
100% I turned that in. I remember vividly turning that in, but it was just because I was like, I did it in my dream. And then it, like sometimes I wake up and it's like a jolt, and I'm like, oh fuck, I just like something really bad just happened, or I like panic, like check my phone to make sure like if it was a dream or not. All my dreams are like so real.
The ones I remember are definitely very real, very like just I don't even remember waking up to them. I just remember like a day or two later, and it's like that happened, right? And I'm like, no, it didn't.
Do you guys like chronically fall asleep in class? Are you guys like lecture sleepers?
No,
I've done it like once or twice,
Were you
but
a class sleeper?
No, I'm not much of a sleeper.
Really? Oh, I forget about that. That's like a very prominent part of you.
that's a core part of being
I get like a solid like 4 hours. I'm like good for the day.
I think the sleep that you don't get is projected onto me because
well, that's what I do for you. That's what we do for each other. You know?
me and Forrest now have like very opposite sleep schedules, or like they're similar in a lot of ways because we both go to sleep like at crazy late hours, but then like he'll get 4 hours, and in order for me to function like and feel happy a little bit,
we'll both go
I'll
to
get
sleep.
like 10 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
We'll both go to sleep at like 4 a.m. and I'm like up at 8, like ready to do something.
Yeah, and I'm up at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
What's going on here? I just remembered I write down some of my dreams. Sometimes after they happen,
Ooh.
I have a real like a full dream right here that I'm looking at that I think is it encapsulates a lot of like what my dreams usually are. So here's my full note. Had a dream I was hanging with Elizabeth going cross country, and we were hanging out in a house, and a cockroach came in, and I went, oh my fuck. I went, oh my fuck, he's bald. And then he fell on his back, and I went, oh my lord, he's flipping me off. And then Elizabeth turned into a goat.
Okay. No,
And started trying to eat my arm. And Jason from Smiling Friends, the boss's like kid, Jason was there.
Okay.
Elizabeth in real life
He
made
was
me
there.
a physical plush of Jason. That's why I had him in my dream. He was just there. He was on the trip with us.
He was just hanging.
Jason was.
Yeah.
Well, your arm was getting eaten.
Well, my
by
arm,
the goat.
he was. I mean, I'm sure he was there for the whole trip.
Yeah.
I also remember having a dream with Tyler the Creator in it,
That'd be
where
cool,
he he's sick.
What?
Whoa! He did not suck anything. He sicked his goat on me, his pet goat, to eat my arm.
Yeah.
So
Is
that's
this like a
that's
recurring
two
thing?
different.
Yeah, the goat.
Do you have many fears relating to
To
people
goats?
eating your arm or goats eating you?
No, I mean I've been around goats like a lot actually, because my cousins have pet goats.
Oh,
They have pet goats in their backyard.
That's probably good for people like you.
And they've makes me
Maybe the goat's a metaphor.
makes me a lot less scared.
Dreams are supposed to mean stuff, right? Like,
Right.
people
Do you
like
guys
dream,
believe that?
dream readings.
Like,
Yeah,
dream things?
it has to.
Because I think so.
I don't think I'm that introspective to like have dreams that mean things in my real life.
But I mean, I think the thing is, for the most part, I don't think I think people have misconceptions on like, if this is in your dream, it means this.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's
I
the
think it's
case.
more personal than
Yeah, exactly.
But they have to, like, it's just an expression of what's on your mind.
Right.
Like, for me, 90% of my dreams are work. Because all I'm thinking about, like, all the time is, like, food. Right? And so, like, my work is, like, food. So, like, I just think about food all the time. So I go to sleep and I'm thinking about food. And then I dream about working with food.
Real. My parents genuinely think you're Jeremy Allen White in The Bear. That's how they picture you exactly.
That's like really funny, I think. I mean, I don't think I have that like rat vibe about me.
No, surely not.
But
You're more like
I guess it's
hamstery.
nice that they think that. You think I'm hamstery?
Maybe guinea piggy.
Guinea piggy.
Guinea piggy with it.
Here's another dream. Had a dream that I was at a carnival and they had a dark and fucked up version of Jigglypuff plushies that you could buy for $7, but my wallet got stolen out of my pocket and I became a villain of some sorts.
You're kind of like the Joker of this friend group. That's actually what people are saying.
It's true.
What?
So you became a villain of some sorts.
I became that's what
Do
I
you
wrote
think
down.
like so maybe like what do you think that meant for you? So you're at like a fair
Yeah.
and there's like a fucked up version of something that you love
Mm.
and then you can't have it
Mm.
because somebody took something from you.
Mm.
And so now you're becoming a villain. Like
Yeah.
what do you think that meant for you?
I think like I don't know.
Ryan, what do you think that meant for George?
That's a great question.
Can you repeat the question one more time? Sorry.
So no. Ryan, George, what do you think that meant for you?
I mean, it's like, Jigglypuff is one of my favorite fictional characters, and like I own a lot of plushies of Jigglypuff. Like, I have a horde of
There's a
them.
stack.
Forrest has seen it.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
It's pretty awesome.
And so, like, not being able to, like, I always try to, like, get a new version of a Jigglypuff plush that I don't have. So seeing a dark and fucked up version, like, that's rare.
That's something you want. Yeah.
That's something that I can't find anywhere. So, like, seeing it right before me and, like, missing out on that opportunity, like, must have, like, really.
Do you think something happened in your life where you were like, I missed an opportunity, and then you were dreaming about missing an opportunity?
A glimpse into your dark, twisted mind.
Yeah.
That is a glimpse into your dark, twisted mind.
A Jigglypuff from my dark and twisted mind.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I never thought of it that way.
I don't know. I don't. Sorry, I'm just noticing your Groot pajama pants for us.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you like these?
Those are awesome.
They're pretty good.
I didn't notice that with Groot.
Yeah, no. Well, the thing about me is, like, I am Groot.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, you are.
So, in many ways, I wear the pants to represent myself. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that when my parents named me Forrest, they kind of cursed me to a life of, like,
shrubbery,
wood, tree, and, like, plant-related things.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm okay with that because I'm a big fan of nature. This guy over here loves nature.
Yeah.
But it's like I named my Wi-Fi network, like, Grove because I didn't think of anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They locked you into a niche and you can't get out.
I do. I kind of think I think that your name means a lot.
Yeah.
I think that it, like, changes. I think there was, like, a TikTok trend about this, right? Where, like, does your name, like, match who you are?
No, so I found my notes app where I wrote all my dreams. I'm not going to go over them, but there was definitely a period of, like, a month where I had a dream every night that I remember. Sorry, you keep
Wow,
going.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
There's, like, this TikTok trend of, like, does your name match who you are?
Mm.
And I feel like you grow into your name, like, not like your name matches who you are, like, it always matches who you are because you grow into it every time.
Yeah.
But, like, you're in Forest, like, you have some, like, nature-loving growing to do.
Yeah.
You know? There's nothing I can do about that. If I was going to take river or something, it'd be the same.
I've misspelled the word forest many a time.
You're welcome. Me too.
Yeah.
No, now I'm, yeah.
I'm glad that I'm in the dome. That's actually a great compliment.
Yeah.
Do you guys like your names? I don't like my name.
You don't like your name?
It's so, it's short.
If you were to make your name longer to remedy that, what would it be?
Like from the name Leah, like longer than that.
Well, obviously.
Like if Leah was your nickname.
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Leah Bell.
I don't want to be like a Leanne.
Yeah, that's no.
I could be like a
Sorry to the Leannes that are listening, but
Lorraine.
Yeah, like a Lorraine.
All that came to mind was like Leodore. Like
No, Leodor's really good, actually.
Leodor's great.
People are liking that.
It's an up and coming trend.
You know, L name, who fits his name, is, I don't know if I can name drop, is
I was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you
he
were gonna
looks
say
like
that.
a Liam.
He looks like a Liam. Absolutely. I think Ryan's name fits Ryan. That guy's Ryan.
I've never thought it didn't fit.
Mhm.
I never wanted.
insecure.
I don't know. I never wanted to change my name.
That's beautiful.
It's really, really awesome.
No, I don't know. People all my life have told me that George does not fit me. So I guess they're just like,
I feel like George fits you.
I don't know. What people really say is George Sullivan. That's a white name. Like that's the thing that people.
That's what they mean when they're saying.
Yeah, when they say it doesn't fit me, they go, "You don't have a black name."
Yeah, they're very confused. They're like on the roster. Well, I thought it would say something else.
Yeah, like for job interviews, you know, they'll see George Sullivan and they're like, "Oh, that's like a white guy," you know.
Yeah, they'll be expecting someone normal.
Yeah.
Out of
And
nowhere.
they see this straight up thug walk into their room, and they're like, "Ah, shit,
Very terrifying
What is he
from what I
stolen?" But I also just feel like, I don't know. I'm named after my grandpa, so like, I don't know. My name's always like not felt like my own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stolen valor, if you will.
Kind of a little bit. It just feels like it came from something else instead of from the soul. You know what I mean? And also just having like Sullivan as a last name. Like I think when I go into show business, I definitely want to like change it. You know?
You can change your name to Giorgio.
I'm gonna keep George, or maybe
Just thinking about things.
You've done so much branding with George, you can't get rid of that.
I mean,
George's lunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't
You
mind.
can easily drop that.
I wouldn't mind leaving that in the past.
No, it's good for when people get like successful and then people find like that bullshit.
Yeah, no, I definitely can't wait for like, when I get like Leonardo DiCaprio famous.
Yeah.
And then people are like, here are his humble beginnings, and I'm like eating.
Yeah,
Yeah, looking at me like that.
I hope you're looking out for that Forrest guy. That's what I'm gonna say.
And they're like, George's lunch food review. I definitely think I'll change my last name to my middle name.
What's your middle name?
Kavraligos.
I knew that.
It's Greek.
That's incredible.
Yeah, imagine George Kavraligos.
Yeah,
starring in the George's Lunch Food Review reboot movie.
That'd be really good.
Reboot. Am
Yeah.
I right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that'd be so good.
Yeah.
Do you have or either of you that don't like your names, do you have like a name that you were like, man, that would have been fucking tight? And do you feel like why do you feel like that name would fit you?
I mean, I think everyone has a name like that, so.
I don't.
Really?
I love my name.
Nah.
You're lucky in the forest.
What about River?
Yeah.
I think you make a great River.
You
Yeah.
think?
I think so.
Maybe.
Rivera.
I don't know. I mean, I like my name a lot because it's like unique enough to where I don't meet that many other Forrests.
Mm.
And it's also like vague enough to where I feel like it's like encapsulates what I want.
Exactly. What about you guys?
I always liked the name like Alex. Or like Astrid. I like
Astrid's a badass name.
I
You
want
like
to be at the
names.
beginning of the alphabet.
So that's just because of How to Train Your Dragon. You think it's a badass name?
No, I have other reasons.
Okay.
I just like the name. I think it sounds really
Astrid
cool.
or Astrid with an N?
Astrid would be cool. I was thinking Astrid.
Astrid, I've never even heard of that. Is that a real
Astrid
name?
is cool.
I don't know. That's what I heard, and I thought, damn, that's badass.
Put a Y?
Put a
Oh
Y,
my god.
Astrid.
Names with Y's in them are
That's
cool.
incredible.
Yeah.
But at some point, like, if you're like Kevin with a Y, it's like, get over yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
There's
no,
definitely a
Kevin,
point-
I'm imagining between it's like VYN.
Oh,
Mm.
Vian.
Kevin.
Okay. Okay.
For me, I don't fuck with that.
I will say it is a little annoying to see like how many Ryans there are.
You have a Y in your name, but it's different.
I do, but it's different.
Because there's no other like spelling that would make more
Put an I
sense.
in there.
Well, you could put like Brian is sometimes spelled with an I, or it is usually. Sorry, sometimes it's spelled with a Y,
Yeah.
but it's typically spelled with an I.
Yeah, but that's also
But
different.
Ryan is never spelled with an I.
No, I knew someone that went by that was. I think they changed their name and they chose Ryan spelled like rain, but it was Ryan.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Spelled like rain.
Yeah, I think they were German. So it's
Oh, that
different.
makes
It's
sense.
different.
No, yeah, they do.
It's different.
Yeah, it is different.
But so that's an option for you.
Yeah, you can.
You know what? I think I'll
With a
stick
Y.
with. I don't think I'd ever change my name like legally. I don't think I'd ever.
No, that's so much hassle.
Right.
There's no.
$50 usually.
Is that it?
Yeah,
It's not. No, it's not expensive. It's just an amount of paperwork, and you have to go do it. Like you have to
Yeah.
want to do it. So
I know that because of regular show.
Maybe I'll go change my name. I'm gonna change my
Yeah.
name. I'm gonna get a perm.
You're gonna become
Yeah,
a
what's up with
completely
you
different
getting a
person.
perm?
I kind of want to. I think that would be fun.
Just do it.
Is that like
That's
guys
okay.
and getting a mullet? Like
I think it might be.
it's the same thing.
Well, like I've had the same hair for like literally 15 years.
Right.
Yeah,
it's like,
I feel the same way
Let me
about
do
myself.
anything else.
Yeah.
It might suck.
Sometimes you just get tired and you want something new.
Or either that or it's like the equivalent of a guy growing out a mustache or a beard.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, right?
That'd be so
Probably
dumb.
Dude, who the fuck does that?
Oh my god.
Losers. So I think
I actually shaved before I came on set.
Did you actually?
no, you didn't. There's a little bit of stubble.
Yeah,
It came
I
back.
don't shave down to the skin because it's annoying.
No, I don't.
Too much
either.
work. When I was shaving, I was shaving down to the skin.
Mhm.
It's important. If
I
you're
stopped.
you're gonna be
Why?
clean, you must be
All right.
clean.
No, I'm gonna be dirty. I'm gonna be filthy. I'm gonna keep my.
Well, that's like one of your things is being filthy. That's not one of Ryan's things.
No.
Ryan's never filthy.
Yeah, he's pure.
He's very
And
spunky. That's for sure.
A lot of spunk over here.
Much spunk coming from that corner of the room, but not so much stink.
No. Good on you, Ryan.
Good on you.
Mhm.
That's one of my biggest insecurities is like smelling really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
I can't like leave the house without doing everything. Like if you like just run to the store sometimes
Mhm.
and you're just like not ready to go outside, I have to like fully get ready. I don't like going
Oh, I
out
never do
in
that.
public without.
With that, yeah.
I do it sometimes, but I'm always super insecure. Like if I'm at the store, I'm like I'm gonna run into somebody I know and it's gonna be
Oh,
so
same.
bad.
I expect to have an interaction with somebody
Yeah.
anytime that I go out.
Yeah.
Because like 9 times out of 10, people love to talk to me. people
Such a welcoming energy.
no, like people in public,
I think it's because I make eye contact with them.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It's like 100% because I make eye contact with everybody that I see. But like, if I'm just walking down the street and the right person catches my eye, I think maybe it's eye contact and maybe I flash a smile unknowingly or something. But they love to come up and talk to me.
You flash a smile on your token face.
Oh, that's my token face.
No, definitely.
And you have to be ready for that.
Yeah. I don't feel comfortable going out unless I'm wearing all 10 of my rings. Like that's a big thing. I know I'm not wearing them right now because we're about to go to sleep and that'd be absurd. But like, if I don't, this is something I was on Twitter for the first time in like a long while. Yeah. Sorry.
You hang out with Grok?
Oh yeah, I was talking to Grok earlier today. I saw something about like an everything shower, which confused me because like
you don't know what an everything shower is?
I know what it is, but like to me, every shower is an everything shower.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying for me.
I'm with him. I would never. I don't just.
I think you guys don't have a full understanding of what an everything shower is.
Other than like hair. I don't wash my hair every night.
Okay, so
that's everything.
That's an everything shower.
No, okay, whatever. Sure.
What you're saying is that showers should have a baseline level of cleanliness, which I think nobody disagrees with.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you should wash your body every time you're in a shower. An everything shower is like everything.
You kind of have to plan it out.
It's like maintenance.
It's like you start with shampoo, then you put your conditioner in. While that sits, you wash your face. You like do face masks.
I don't
shave your legs, shower jelly, body scrub, all of this shit.
Okay.
Like I'm talking 45 minutes.
Do you guys understand what an everything shower is?
Yeah,
I guess I learned
the concept of. I just don't.
You think every shower is an everything shower?
No, I don't.
Then you've never taken an everything shower.
Okay.
All right.
They're delightful.
Now that I know there are more steps, I just thought it was like washing every part of your body.
That's like
that's a shower.
That's what I thought. I was going around thinking that people were just like avoiding parts of their body.
People were like,
when they were showering.
No, today's a shin day. Tomorrow I'll hit up the forearms.
But you know how like some like guys just don't wash their ass? I thought it was like that where they were like, I guess I just won't wash my ass today. I won't wash my balls today. And I think that's freak behavior.
If you go a day,
right,
that's like a separate
going a day without
rampant
showering
problem.
Is something else.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like
epidemic. If you
that's an epidemic. That is like these people are taking nothing showers. You're taking normal showers, and then above that is like an everything shower.
I'm just saying I don't go in. I've never like not washed my hair in a shower.
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, you wash it every day?
Yeah,
I used to do that, but I stopped.
I wash my hair every day. Well, I've been trying not to lately.
I just know for like
we're supposed to talk about these things during sleepovers.
Yeah, I mean
hygiene.
That's why I haven't switched the conversation topic yet because this is right in line.
Kind of live
for my
stinky over here.
Yeah, I mean, you say every shower is an everything shower, but
nah,
doesn't smell like
I'm not telling the truth.
I don't wash my asshole.
Soap has never touched this guy's ass. He doesn't need to.
I know for my hair type, like I used to like get really insecure about my hair smelling bad, so I would wash my hair every day. But that's
really bad.
That's really bad for my hair type. So now I'm down to 2 a week.
Okay.
Which is fine. It's supposed to be once a week.
I think it's supposed to be less. Yeah.
It's supposed to be once a week, but like I don't care.
Yeah.
I think 2 is fine, and I'm fine going bald at 23.
For my hair, I would love for it to learn to not be greasy. Like if I don't wash it for one day.
Me too.
But my hair like can't learn that. So I feel like I have to wash it every day if I'm going to be seen by people. Because it's very odd. Like my hair is like it's obvious when it's greasy.
You know what I hear is a really good solution for that?
What?
A perm.
Really? Well, yeah, because that functionally changed my hair type.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think I could rock a perm.
You can get loose ones.
Oh, I don't think that. I just don't think I would rock any curl.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I would.
It's a skill issue, really.
I always didn't like my hair growing up because it was curly. And then I've grown into it. I like it now.
I think it's a grass is always greener thing.
It definitely is.
Because growing up like with aggressively straight hair,
I also would have
loved to have like curly hair for a while.
Yeah. No, I definitely know what you mean. For a while when I was younger, my parents like made me like they made me like shave my head like bald.
Yeah.
Like that was
seriously?
Yeah, which was really weird because, I have 2 brothers. My youngest, Dimitri,
Your youngest child, yes.
He also had to shave his head, but Alex, he always got to like have his hair just fully like.
Well, one kid gets the hair.
Yeah, it was that. It was one kid gets the hair, then the other ones they have to get it off, and I still don't know why. No.
Take turns. It's my turn with the hair.
No, up until sixth
Mom,
grade.
he's not sharing.
Up until sixth grade, I always had to have a shaved head, and then eventually I was like, "Why? What's going on?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, you can have some hair."
I've moved around so many times.
I'm trying to lock in.
No, it's not like the best. It's not like the best setup. To be honest,
I've been so conscious
you know,
about that.
in my head, we were all going to be like laying next to each other like sardines.
We could do that
I was
instead.
thinking Charlie
We can
and the
move.
Chocolate Factory vibe.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
But then there was this thing in the middle, and it became harder.
Yeah.
You know,
We could cut.
We could.
We cut, and then we're like all lined up
we
next to
just
each other.
cut to us being just laying down.
No transition, no
that would make a lot of
explanation.
sense. Yeah, well, we have a lot of people who watch the videos very intensely. Lots of
my mom.
there's a lot of
You know, the
people
audio-
that are making like Cinema Sins-esque videos about the Obligatory Podcast.
Oh,
So
really?
I just don't know if I want to really like feed that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the audio.
That's my only
listeners-
thing, though.
God
The
forbid someone make a thirst
listener
trap.
only people would have no clue, no idea.
Yeah, but you know that's only the majority of our audience, so I don't really care about that.
But then, yeah, in sixth grade, they finally let me grow my hair. And I think, Leah, now that I'm in college, I haven't cut my hair in 3 years.
Mhm.
And I don't think I'm going to until I leave.
Like, you haven't cut
Because,
it
like,
at all.
I don't, no, not at all.
Wow.
Not since, like, right before homecoming, like, senior year. And I think I have this, like, I always want my hair to look really big, you know? Like, I hate when I, like, wear something or I wash it and it, like, starts to shrink, like, over time.
Mhm.
So, like, if I see it in the mirror and it's not, like, as poofy as it can be, I'm like, God, I look so awful today. But I also don't know what I can
You're like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, my power comes from my hair.
Your power comes from your hair. Also, Samson in the Bible.
I don't.
Is it Samson?
Haven't read the Bible.
I haven't read the Bible.
I'm still making my way through.
One or Goliath, maybe Goliath.
Maybe.
Someone in the Bible.
Goliath is just big.
Okay, I think it's Samson. Someone in the Bible gets their power from their hair.
This is
Yeah.
another classic
It was Donkey Kong from the Bible.
I think it was Donkey Kong from the Bible.
I also have a thing where, like, I don't like it when people suggest hairstyles for me.
Mhm.
Like when people tell me what to do with my hair, I always get like really pissed off. Even if it's just like you can do like this. You know, like I had someone that I was like hanging out with freshman year, and they were like, "Ooh, you should get dreads," and I was like,
Is that racist?
You know what? It was a white woman. It was a white woman back then.
Like vaguely.
But I mean, I just don't know what else I would do with my fuck ass fro. I don't know what else.
It's classic. It's George Classic.
Yeah, I think I like it. Someone on the bus told me it looked cool, so
Real.
Yeah.
hey yo.
No, it's great when people come up to you in public and are like, "Your hair's great." I think that's one of the best compliments
Yes.
It's a good one.
because it's
That,
often
like,
the first thing people
smelling
notice
nice.
about you. And smelling nice, yeah.
Oh, that's the best one.
Mhm.
Oh,
Smelling
yeah.
nice is
I'm on
yeah.
cloud nine if someone tells me I smell nice.
The best compliment, I've said this on the podcast before, but the best compliment I think I've ever gotten was when I was, we'll just bleep this name, when me and were like first hooking up a lot, and I would like be in her bed, and then I would leave, and she, like my smell would be in her bed, and she would, for like months, she was like, "It smells so good, like what cologne are you wearing, like all the time
Yeah.
for this to be the case?" And I was like, "Oh, I wasn't wearing any." And I was like, that was the greatest compliment I got. It's like a really long time.
I mean, I see why you're saying that, but like,
Your
crazy.
musk is great.
No, yeah. That's fantastic news.
this was like post hookup, or like
Yeah.
just in general.
in general, but also post hookup.
Well, I mean, he was hanging out like in her bed.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
over that
fantastic
time.
news. Because then I'm not worried about. Because I have like the whole thing where like if I go out and I'm like not wearing like perfume or cologne or whatever, I get like really worried. But then I was like, okay, so maybe I don't have to worry so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was great news.
That is great news. You guys remember when I used to walk around like Woodson and I had like 3 sticks
With
of
deodorant all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone, that was such a man thing in high school.
You
You
think
just
so?
always have deodorant, but
To
he did it
my
in a different.
extent.
He did it in a different way because men would do that in the way that they would like.
Like Axe.
No, men would do that in the way that they would like go work out and they'd be like, "Yeah, I worked out and now I have deodorant because I don't want to smell bad, but I want you to know I worked out."
I did it because it was like
George didn't. Yeah.
What if I forgot to put on deodorant? I'll have 3 sticks in my bag.
Like that's like feels fundamentally different.
Yeah.
To me.
You good over there?
No.
Ryan,
It's
Ryan, would you say your biggest dream in life, like maybe your life goal, is to get comfortable?
I honestly probably, yeah.
And could you speak to that?
I mean, in a physical and a mental aspect, like both ways. Sometimes you're just like uncomfortable in a situation or uncomfortable with how you're sitting. So I struggle. I think everyone's goal in life is to be more comfortable.
Wow, I find that very profound. You know, Ryan, people have been saying you're very profound lately.
I have not heard that.
Well, all the media outlets have been reporting on it, so really,
That's good.
You should get your news. I personally get mine from TikTok.
Yeah, it might be gone.
Yeah,
It might be gone.
check
That's
that.
actually on my birthday.
You're gonna have to find a new thing.
A new media source?
Yeah.
No, I think it'll be fine. Instagram Reels, maybe? Snapchat?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Daily
I'm
Mail
not,
Snapchat?
I'm not going on
Stories would be
Snapchat
crazy.
stories.
Snapchat, it's all slime. Slime.
Yeah,
Slime.
awful.
Nipple popping slime. Like, it's all...
I don't think I've gone on the explore page of Snapchat.
I try to avoid it at
I
all
doubt
costs.
I'm debating why I still even have Snapchat downloaded on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Snapchat sucks.
It does.
It's like the worst dating app.
It's where all
And it is like it
conversations
is a dating app,
It
right?
is.
Like
Yeah.
that's like the only reason Snapchat
Right.
exists is
It's-
for a dating app.
Exactly. That's why I'm confused why I own it.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. I never got into like social media until like middle of high school because my parents were always really like strict about that kind of thing. Like they didn't want me on social media. So it's worse for me because I'm like I've never had Snapchat growing up, and then I'm just like thrown into it at middle high school, and then
that
going into
would be
college.
weird.
Going into college, that's like what everybody uses, and it's just like.
Snapchat?
So like I would I would ask somebody like in my mind I would go into something and like ask them for their number, but then everybody else is like, oh, can I have your Snap? And so
Yeah, it's weird.
I never ask for anybody's Snap because I think that's a certain failure. I think I think that like if you're getting someone's if I'm uninterested in someone, they're getting Snap.
Right.
And then like
Because I would much rather have somebody's number than
I
have
think
their
I'd
Snap.
rather have someone's number or like Instagram.
Instagram's where I'm
Yeah.
at.
For me, Instagram. I think it's interesting. This is just like the sleepover thing, where it's like an opposite bell curve. Like you get into like you start middle school, and then Snapchat's big, and then it kind of dies out a little, and then you start high school, and Snapchat's big, and then it kind of dies out a little, and then you start college, and Snapchat's big again, and then it dies out after college.
Because apparently they think you're asking for their hand in marriage when you ask for a number.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
people think it's like the biggest deal in the entire world.
and it's like it's not. I always feel so awkward.
Like your
asking
number's
for a
actually
number.
like attached to your Snapchat. Like,
right. But I feel so awkward asking for someone's number because I feel like they're gonna get the wrong idea.
Yeah.
Like I want like if I ask for your number, it's like oh I'm interested in you. I want to go on a date
Yeah.
with you. Like that's not the case.
No, I just want to like be able
I just want to be able to contact you.
Yeah.
Like people in class, like I'm like I need to ask for someone's number, so I have somebody to text and be like, "Did you do the homework?" And it's just like,
and then if they get famous, you can leak their number and make a
That's
lot of
the real-
money. And
that's
that's
actually
like
the real
for me,
answer.
I get everybody's number,
Mhm.
right? Because that way I'm maximizing
More
my
stuff.
chances. It's called
Yeah.
investment.
and then you can make your mark on the
Yeah,
world.
this is
right.
how I'm going to get comfortable.
making other people uncomfortable.
Investing.
Okay,
Investing.
whatever you
Yeah.
like to call it.
No, I mean, we all have different names, but same end goal. That's the thing. Me and you, Ryan, we're the same.
When you guys did snap people, was it always a picture of your face or was it like the wall?
I
Or
hate
like
it.
No,
People
mostly
do
it was a
not.
picture of like goatseeing people.
Yeah, my balls on full
My
display.
balls, my balls,
Bouncing on the court like
kind of one
straight
taken,
wrestler.
one taken from like POV. You're my feet, and this is my dick. You know, like that kind of situation.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's usually what
Yeah.
I would send to people. But most people would like just do their face. After a while,
I mean, sending like
I'll
just
switch
a
it
wall
up.
is just the
If you're
Snapchat version of texting dry.
I
Like, that's
guess.
the
yeah,
same thing.
yes. If someone's sending me the wall, it tells me they don't want to snap me anymore.
Right, and then it's like, what are we doing?
If someone's sending me face, it tells me you kind of want to snap me. If you're sending I would go out of my way to do like what I would like to call high effort snaps for when I wanted to like show someone that I actually wanted to communicate with them, which would often just be like, I don't know, like me in like a weird pose
yeah,
or like full body or like me doing like, because I have a very fun time with my camera and like I think that there's a lot of high potential.
Myself and-
No, I
a
think
lot
there's
of boy
like,
band poses.
a lot of boy band poses actually.
Yeah.
yeah, making a funny
Oh, we
face.
know.
Because there's a lot of potential with like silly pictures you can take, and I think that's super fun. And basically, that's what Snapchat is for.
Yeah.
Is to take silly pictures, or I guess nudes, right? But like, I'd rather take silly pictures.
A funny face goes a long way.
A funny face, or like a funny picture goes a really long way.
I'd rather receive a funny face than a nude in those cases. Can I just say it?
Yeah.
Can I say that? Can I be brave and say it?
I'd rather get someone's silly snap than someone's sexy snap.
Yeah,
I think girl smiles.
I mean, they're just.
Well, no, I don't want to see them smile, but I want to see them make a funny face.
Yeah. No, I don't care if you're smiling. It's not.
Any chance you have to make like,
but maybe making like a derpy face, can go a long way.
It's true. It's true.
I could have done that.
What are you?
for the audio listeners, love you to death. Whenever I say derp, me and Leah make derp faces at each other.
Yeah, except they missed it twice just then.
It was kind of. Oh fuck.
Okay, well, anyways, audio listeners, love you to smithereens. They just did it again.
That's almost
really embarrassing for them. But
you know what I hate is when you don't like you're snapping someone and they don't put words on. It's just them like no smile, deadpan face, back and forth over and over again. Like, was I supposed to get to know you?
That's why you do the silly pictures. That's how you show a little bit of personality.
Yeah, but it's like
you throw it out and see if they bite.
Yeah.
But then what's the bite, you know? Like,
the bite is getting up on back. And then, no.
You look like an idiot.
It's not you look stupid. It's like, that was like silly and funny. I'm going to match that, right? And then if they're matching that, it becomes a competition for like,
who can get the silliest
Who can do like the funniest picture or the most creative picture or something like that. Like that for me is what the game of Snapchat.
There's no cap on innovation. When does this end?
Exactly. That for me is what Snapchat turns into. That's the fun of it.
Okay.
That was the fun of it.
What's the end
That was the
goal?
fun.
Now it's
the end goal is maybe you guys hang out.
Maybe.
Does there have to be an end goal?
The end goal is that was fun for an hour.
Yeah.
Like an hour? I may wait an hour minimum in between my snapback.
Yeah, how long do you guys wait in between?
Even if I'm on my phone.
Because like I'm self-conscious.
I'm not very patient.
I'm not either. That's why I'm like, I don't want to snap people back right away, but then I'm like, well, I want to know what they saw.
I have no problem with the people that I want to talk to knowing that I want to talk to them. Like,
there's some
you know
people,
what I mean?
There's some people, like my closer friends, I'll snap back like that. Like, I don't care. But then there's other people where it's like, I know them, but not that well. And I don't want them to think that I'm just like waiting for them to snap. Because I always think it's weird when somebody snaps me back in 10 seconds every time I snap.
Yeah, that's why you wait. Like, you put your phone down, you go do something else, and then you come back.
Yeah.
I think as long as you're waiting like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, I was thinking 4.
But I think it
like 3.
I think it
Maybe
depends.
2.
I think it depends on the person as well, and like how fast the other person's snapping back.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the times, with what I've noticed from Snapchat conversations, but I haven't been on Snapchat in like meaningfully in a very long time. But what I notice is that like slowly each person starts snapping like faster and faster,
Right.
and like. You know, that's how you know that you're like actually like in a snap conversation. It's like not like if you're like waiting an hour every time, like I don't know, that kills it for me. That kills the fun.
Yeah.
There's no game for that.
And you get into the like, oh, what did you like? I forget what you sent.
Yeah. No, because I will forget. That's my thing.
Yeah.
It's like I just like 100% of the time I will be forgetting what you sent. And I will be forgetting what I sent.
Right.
So I need this to happen quickly.
Mm-hmm. Never a goldfish here.
Yeah.
There was one guy that I went on a date with in high school, and recently I had a notification from him on my Snapchat, and it said, haha, that was funny. And this was after a night I had been out. I didn't remember sending anything to him.
Terrifying.
And so I snapped it back. I was like, what the fuck did I send to you? Mm-hmm. What did I send to you? Tell me. And he was like, just some videos. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean?
Some videos?
What the fuck? So it turns out that I had sent him TikTok or Instagram reels of monkeys from Instagram to Snapchat.
In your drunken state.
Yeah, well, I didn't know they're that than anything else.
What a crazy game you were playing.
No, see, like, that is good snapping.
That is, I'm taking notes right now, audio listeners.
Yeah, no, everybody should have a notepad out right now. This is actually innovating the fucking game.
It was a terrifying experience for me until I found out how it ended. So,
what did you think you had said? Like,
I don't know.
Was there anything going through your mind?
No, well, there were things going through my mind. I was like, that's not something I would do. Don't think I would do that. There were too many possibilities.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I think
Snapchat.
That's true.
That's one of the scariest feelings. Is like waking up to a message from someone that you don't. You were like not sober there before, and you don't remember what you sent them.
Yeah.
Is like. Have you guys had this happen to you before?
No, but I understand why.
I
So stressful.
definitely, there's one picture in mind that I have in my camera roll that I sent to like a group chat, like of just like my friends, so it didn't matter. But it's just like a picture that I took of me like leaving a party or something. I don't remember taking it.
That's an awesome candid picture of you exiting the
It's
function.
me like with my mouth like wide open, like I don't remember taking it at all. But it's
the explosion.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
It's a wonderful picture. I love it, and it's just I don't remember taking it ever.
There was one
What?
picture. This is kind of unrelated. This is just there was a funny picture of me outside of the like after the Joji concert. I took it with a pink guy like impersonator, and my friend Isaac like would go to parties and like show people that picture and be like, "Isn't this picture funny?" Because like my mouth is so like uncomfortably open, and I'm showing no teeth. So he's like, you know how like Donkey Kong, like, do you know how Donkey Kong has retractable teeth?
Yes.
It looked like that, where like my teeth just like went into my gums.
I'm
Like,
a really,
toothless.
I'm a really big fan that you were about to like turn to these normal people and be like, "Do you guys know how Donkey Kong has retractable?"
Just think about that.
You guys trolling the Nintendo wikis or what?
we talked about Donkey Kong too much during this episode.
I know, dude. This is like the third Donkey Kong mention.
It's gonna count.
I think we talked about it like before the podcast too. Like we definitely mentioned him.
In case anyone was curious.
Can we flash this on screen?
Yeah. Please send this picture to me.
Oh,
Audio
my
listeners,
God.
this is the picture that Ryan was talking about.
You know, you look like you just got off your like 8th month on T.
On what?
This is like you're on like your 8th month on T right now. Doesn't that look like that?
No, absolutely, I know what you mean.
I don't have any recollection of taking
You don't,
this
but you're not
picture
taking any
or
tea
sending
either.
it. I don't know.
You're not on drugs and
No, not at all. Just
Normal
alcohol, I guess. Yeah.
Just a regular amount of alcohol. Just
Wow.
took a really awesome picture.
Kind of really
Yeah, it is
awesome.
like a super awesome picture.
I
of
like how
yourself.
drunk pictures tend to just tell a story. I have
Well, it's always a little blurry.
yeah, well, that's the story there.
Yeah.
I remember one time we stopped because my friend had to pee.
Mhm.
He peed on a tree, and I took a picture of him because I thought it was
As
funny.
you do, yeah.
Not of like behind him, like nothing. Like I was like 30.
You went around, got a picture of his teeth.
You went, this is gonna be awesome!
He's gonna find this so funny.
because of
But
friends.
I took a picture of him from like 30 feet back, and the picture is so blurry because I was also just gone.
In the moment, you were like, I'm gonna snap this one.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it looks great.
There's one picture of me drunk. For some reason, anytime me and my friends get drunk, they love to play Mario Party.
Mhm.
And
Long drunk game.
exactly, because like Mario Party is like one of the only games.
Also, kind of awesome drunk game, but with the right, but also wrong.
because I hate playing Mario Party with like most people.
Mhm.
Like people need to be really into it in order for me to actually have a good time,
Mhm.
and most people just aren't. And so there's one picture of me like drunk playing Mario Party, and I'm like, I look passed out on the floor, but I'm just like pissed off because no one's taking the game seriously, and
Button mashing.
I'm not. And yeah, it was awful.
The
It's-
rolling faces on controllers, they're like, man, this is
It's
gonna be
like-
awesome.
I'm like, this is not how you're supposed to play the game right now.
Please, your board play is abysmal. Okay, it doesn't make sense.
You
man.
picked
What's
Bruno!
happening?
You picked fucking
Are you,
Bruno for this
playing, are
game!
you playing for the stars? Are you playing for the bonus stars? No.
Awful.
I feel like
no, it's
I'll play games where people get pissed off when they do something that I wouldn't do.
Oh, yeah.
And they let someone else win. I'm like, well, if you would have fucking moved your piece to the left a square, like,
You wouldn't have had to
in
let
this
them-
situation.
You wouldn't have had to let
Yeah,
them
I'm
win.
like, if you cared a little bit, and you,
Right.
if you showed me that you had a modicum of care in you, things would be okay.
Some people just don't know how to play Monopoly, all right? And it pisses me off.
Fuck
I haven't played Monopoly since
I
I was
haven't
too good
played
at
it
it.
in a while.
Fuck
either.
Too good
Monopoly.
at it, all my friends started hating me.
Fuck Cards Against Humanity.
Fuck Cards Against Humanity.
And you know what? Personally, most of the time, fuck Jackbox.
That might just be a skill issue. honestly.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
90%. It's actually, well, it is a skill issue.
It is.
I feel like that game always turns into whoever can
People
say,
need to. not say
come first.
Yeah, it's whoever says come first. And recently, I had a game of Jackbox that I played, and it was just like who could say Haktua the funniest, and it's like, come on.
Well, no, that sounds pretty good.
It wasn't.
Jackbox on that thing. You know, like there's a lot of potential.
That's fun
here.
for about 10 minutes, and then it's like,
but like hour two. You're playing like TKO, and it's Grunkle Stan saying Haktua, am I right, kids? And it's like, please kill yourself.
Yeah, no, you are right, kids. You should kill yourself.
Jackbox is just like, it can be such a fun game if you're playing it with the right people and you have like decent humor going around. But as soon as it devolves into that kind of thing, it's just like,
because like everyone loves cum jokes.
Don't get me wrong.
Universal.
Everybody is foaming at the mouth for cum jokes. Like truly, their love for it's dripping off their chin.
It's drooling out of your mouth like a grimace shake.
I mean, that's the nice way to put it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Leah agrees. You can tell.
Yeah. But right there with you.
You know, we need to evolve past that. I think we need to like grow past that as a Jackbox society.
Yeah. In a world post Jackbox.
No, we don't need to be post Jackbox. We need to be post easy humor in Jackbox. You know, like when you're in a conversation and you're like telling jokes, you have to like put thought into it, right? And you have to like link things together.
You can't just say
you can't just say cum. Yeah. If I like in the middle of a conversation,
I know where you're going with this, Forrest. It would be hilarious.
No, I know it would be hilarious, but like it would also not be.
Yeah.
You know, and.
That was me and him. It's different.
Sorry, you're right.
No, go for it.
They just were talking at the same time.
Was it cute? Did I miss something cute back here?
It was me.
You did it. That was
it was you too.
Oh,
you know how he's been coming on to me the whole night? He was actually just coming on to you.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
that's my bad.
Yeah.
No, I mean, this sleepover is going to turn into something else for sure.
I'm horrible at picking up.
This is so awkward. No, you're really cool. You're really cool. That's the other thing about Snapchat is like
it's really cool.
Rejection via Snapchat. I feel like is so awkward from either side. I don't know how many times I was like 14 and typing out the phrase, "I think you're really cool."
I had to do it over Gmail once.
No!
The first guy who ever asked me out on a date did it over Gmail.
I can't imagine getting rejected over Gmail.
What was the date supposed to be?
Well, it was.
Were you going to meet on Google
Google Forums or something?
Google Circles?
I don't even know what he wanted, but it was in the middle of an English class in middle school.
Middle school?
I was a late bloomer. What can I say?
No, I mean that's too old for that. Like Gmail makes sense if you're like in elementary school.
Well, we were all on our computers. He sent it. I look over at him and he's looking at me like
oh my god, he sent you a note in class. He sent you.
Who was this?
Name drop?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys would.
No, I don't know
who that is.
But
he was a prominent figure in my life throughout middle school.
What grade?
We must have.
This was 7th grade. He stopped talking to me, and then every once in a while he would walk by and just like
kind of make a really sad, pathetic face at you.
Can I keep names just for a second?
Yeah, sure. I bleep out names often.
Because,
but I won't bleep out this one.
Because
big fan.
Who?
She told me that I was the first person to ever reject him, and I was like,
"Oh, that's an honor."
Jamoke? Are you kidding me? I think she was just also into him. But
can't believe you rejected him. What a power play!
I mean, that is such a big power play.
Movie Starstruck.
Uh-huh.
Have you guys seen that?
No.
Oh, well, this celebrity gets rejected by a girl for the first time and falls deeply in love with her.
Oh, naturally.
Yeah.
I remember
a rom-com or something.
It's from Disney, yeah.
Okay. I broke up with someone over text only because like I texted her. I was like, "Can we meet up to like talk?" Because we like things were like weird for a little bit, and then she was like, "You could just break up with me over text." And I was like, "Oh,
someone did that to me."
Oh my god!
Yeah,
over over COVID.
Oh yeah.
This is the girl talk they were talking.
Oh, we're talking about girls. We're talking about girls. I didn't think we were talking about.
We got around to it.
Over COVID, I was dating.
We're all putting our pillows in our lap.
I was dating this girl named.
Okay.
You'll have to believe that.
Of course.
And I was like not really like into her that much. I was just kind of dating her because I didn't want to reject her. Yeah. And then I asked her to hang out and like go on a walk because that's really all you could do during COVID.
Yeah.
So I was going to break up with her, right? I was going to break up with her on this walk.
Yeah.
I meet her at the park. Her 2 dogs are in tow.
Oh, no. You can't break
I'm walking her dogs with her. I
dogs.
can't break up with her in front of her dog. I have a really hard time breaking up with people.
In front of dogs.
In front of anything.
Yeah.
But in front of 2 dogs, it totally psyched me out.
You don't want them to carry that.
I like kind of believe that it was like a planned thing. Like I kind of, she didn't tell me she was bringing her dogs.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So she shows up with her dogs, and then we're like going on this walk, and I was like gonna break up with her. So I wasn't really like being affectionate because I also felt weird about that because I was past the point where I wanted to like fake being affectionate towards her.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it was quite obvious. Like looking back, I think it was quite obvious that I was going to break up with her, and then decided like not to because of her dogs. And then I was like,
and then she brought.
I think like later that day, or like I don't know, time was a blur. Like a week later or something, I was like, we should really like hang out again like very soon. I was like, we should really hang out again. Like I think it's like pretty urgent that we hang out. Like I want to talk to you.
Just laying it all out on the table.
And then she was like, you could just break up with me right now. She didn't even say. She didn't say anything.
Crazy.
Her response was, you can break up with me right now.
That's
Like
wild.
normal voice.
It was over text.
Oh.
I broke up with her over text because she was like, break up with me right now.
Yeah.
And so I did. I don't know. I think,
fuck you.
like, I don't know. I feel weird about the fact that I broke up with her over text. That was not my plan.
No, but
that's
weird.
what she told me to do. So I did it.
Yeah, I mean, I was
The only other time I've broken up with someone over text. Sorry, no, you
Multiple.
The only one, yeah, like when I was like 12, I remember like the message. It's so embarrassing. But basically, like it was this girl from sleepaway camp. I dated her, and then I was like 12. This is so important. I was like 12.
Yeah.
I dated, and then I broke up with her. I dated her sister, her older sister, who was, like older. And then we would like Skype all the time because it was that era where people were Skyping. And I would like game with my friends over Skype. Very active Skype user at this time in my life. And I broke up with her. And I think the message that I sent was like so heavily influenced from like TV that I've been watching and like how to break up with people according to like DComs and stuff like that. Where I was basically like, my heart has moved on and found love in another person.
That's wild.
And like you and I were just like not meant to be, and I like the time that we had was so beautiful, but like my love is no longer real or something like that. Wow. It was like
That's
it was
crazy.
Very
as a 12-year-old.
I know, that was like not normal.
Couldn't stick with it. It's not you, it's me.
I couldn't know. I was like, well, she deserves she deserves to know. She deserves to know like why.
Yeah.
And in my head, it really was that dramatic. Like in my head, this was why.
I hate the like when people are like, "Oh, it's not you, it's me," because like there was a reason. Like you could.
No,
like,
it's both people.
Yeah.
Right.
It's always
it's never.
It's just like
one person.
I've had like talking stages where they end and it's like the other person like ended it or whatever, and it's just frustrating because they're like, "Oh, you're such a good guy," blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
no, you keep going.
They're like, "Oh,"
he was shocked to hear that you're a good guy.
What?
He said that you're such a good guy. He went, ugh.
No, but they'll say that kind of stuff, and then I'm like, I need like a performance here. I'm like, what did I do wrong? You know?
Yeah,
not really, but like
sometimes it would be
it's
useful.
like there's like no reason. I'm like it's the kind of thing like, oh, I thought we were having a good time, and they said the same thing. They're like, oh, it was like a really good time, and blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's just like and I'm like, well, what?
Sometimes
why are we
there's
not?
just no chemistry.
I got
It's
hit
just
once.
like you're great. But
Sometimes people just want to be in a talking stage, and then they get very scared of the actual commitment, and then they're like, it's not you, it's me, and it's like if you knew that it was going to be you going into this thing, you probably shouldn't have done this.
Right. I got hit once during like a breakup. Like I was getting dumped, and she hit me with the "I just think you deserve better," which is always like.
Shut the fuck
Isn't that
up.
my choice?
exactly.
That should be my choice.
Because first off, if
That's
you think
not
I
your
deserve
call.
better, then do better.
Yeah.
But also,
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I know I could have done better.
what's up? No, I have been a stone soldier. I have stayed in this exact position while all of you keep shuffling like behind me.
George is the best.
Leah is facing the complete opposite direction as where she
swings back and forth.
Well, like the truth is that me and Leah have the worst spots, right? Because we're on the end of the bed, and it's kind of like
It's just
sinking.
down, yeah,
It's
it
like-
sinks
yeah, it's
into the metal
yeah,
bar.
it's like not ideal.
Yeah.
George is the best spot.
I do have the best
And
spot.
by far has the best spot. It's like
Well,
not
because he
even
can face that way.
Yeah.
He's not even leveraging the fact that he could just be leaning against something. Right.
Yeah.
If I was him, everybody knows I'd be cool guy posing against that.
Oh,
bullshit.
can we talk about your cool guy posing? Is it finally time to bring that up on
It's
the
not
pod?
cool guy. It's just how I see it.
Yeah, well, you said like you're trying to be the coolest guy in the room.
I'm sorry that I fucking am. Okay, it's not my fault that I'm so effortlessly cool. That's your problem. God.
Oh my god.
No, I don't care though. I'm fucking chill. That's my thing. Is that I'm chill.
Alright, so Ryan's now trying.
This podcast is going to shambles. How much time are we on?
We have a tradition.
We have a tradition on this podcast now. Obviously, both of you guys have been in this position before.
Yes, of course. We have not once missed this tradition.
Not once, because George, what would that be?
Stupid.
Stupid. It would be wrong. Okay. So we're just not going to miss it this time as well.
Yeah.
The tradition is important.
Yeah.
I would say it's beloved by our fans. I would say that maybe nothing is as magical as the feeling that people get when a tradition is commenced.
Yeah.
You know, it's this like amalgamation of values and history and like pure unbridled love in the air.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, our tradition is this.
People often see me and Forrest, and they'll say, wow, those two are exactly the same.
Bar for bar, everything they say, exactly the same.
They often say that we finish each other's
Sandwiches?
but obviously that's not true, and you guys should know this as two of our closest friends.
People are saying.
Indeed.
So what is the difference between me and Forrest other than
Race.
Nobody was gonna go there.
hair,
Physical appearance in general.
eye color? Like, we all know that.
Anything they've said before on the podcast.
Leah,
Don't make me
you
feel-
give us one answer.
Okay.
Ryan, you have to give us two.
What?
Well, you're going second, so you get
Okay,
two.
okay,
You get double the time to think about it.
And hey, listen, don't worry. I will edit out all of the silence.
Mm-hmm.
You can take your time if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I prefer you not.
And we will tell you if it's a repeat and you'll have to do it again.
Yeah, this time we will make you redo it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan, you go first.
No, she's going.
No, you have to say two.
Yeah.
So we
Ryan, you go first, you do one.
Oh, okay,
and then-
okay. Well, I'll go with an easy one. Forrest is a really good cook.
No,
I know-
that's been said.
Okay, I figured it has. So I'll
That has
I'll
been said
change it up.
before.
I threw it out there knowing it.
That's
probably
very
did.
fair.
I don't know if anyone knows this about George as much as we would, but George is not a big fan of onions.
It's true.
Mm,
It's true.
It's true.
That's
True.
a good one.
it's true, and I love onions.
And I feel like onions are a very crucial part of many dishes.
They are. Let me defend myself.
No,
George has no idea he likes onions. We don't have time for you to defend yourself.
this isn't a podcast
I was-
episode.
But the point is that you have no idea that you like onions, and we are like the olive theory.
When I went to Margaritaville, there
Nobody
was
said that.
when I was at Margaritaville, there was one night where I was like thinking about like how much you like don't believe that I don't like onions, and I was like getting real life mad. I was like, huh.
George, it's not that I don't believe that you don't like onions, it's that you don't believe that I could convince you otherwise. It's different.
That's,
Leo,
yeah.
what's your difference?
Ooh, I think this is going to sound crazy. You embrace your childlike wonder a little bit more than you do.
I mean, that's absolutely
I
You're
think that's
reaching
very
for
true.
like sophistication, like you're up here, and you're not down here in a bad way, but you're reaching for that childlike wonder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine dining, like fancy
thesauruses
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah, all my collection of thesauruses that are up there.
the flavor Bible.
Yeah,
That's a really good book.
That's a really good
Jesus.
thesaurus.
Yeah, flavored Jesus is in there.
Yeah.
That's actually it's basically a textbook of food that goes with other food.
That's kind of cool, actually.
It's really cool. Yeah,
Fencing. That's another prestigious hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a bad way.
that's true. But I didn't do Olympic fencing, so I could never have gotten a
Right.
scholarship or anything.
You were doing that underling fencing.
I was doing
Way
that
back.
historic nerdy shit. Ryan, what's your second difference? We make everybody do a second difference here.
Yeah, not just you, Ryan, but
Yeah, everybody will have to do a second one.
I mean, I could just go out on a limb and say one of you is funnier.
No, Jack already
No,
did
you
that.
can't do
Damn
that.
it.
Yeah, he said I was funnier, by the way.
So I could say George is funnier, and then we're good.
No, that's already like the idea of that's already been done and also
Okay.
proven wrong. So whatever.
I'd like to hear it though. Like, I'd love if someone said that.
It's hard because you guys are together a lot, so it's like where George is.
There.
I guess so. I would say in a sense Forrest is, or sorry, George. I did that the first time too. I would say in a sense George is more outgoing. Kind of. I feel like Forrest thinks about what he's doing inherently, not necessarily more, but like in a different way. Just kind of like overthinking things.
I don't know. I think George is an overthinker.
George is an overthinker.
Chronically.
I think I'm more public about it.
Maybe.
I think the way I overthink comes off differently. I think George does it in an anxious way. I think that I do it in it's still in an anxious way, but it's like I feel like George is like pre-gaming it, I'm like post-gaming it.
Oh yeah. I think going into things I'm definitely like
Incredible way to describe it, actually.
Yeah.
going into things I like. I especially like with this podcast, like when we do episodes where we like plan to go in with like stuff prepared, I often will like think every detail down like before I go in.
Right.
Yeah.
which
And
kind of-
Forrest will raw dog.
And I'm much more of a reviewer.
Yeah.
I'm much
Right.
more of like, oh yeah, I think in that episode we should have done this, this, and this.
Yeah. And then afterwards I'm like, no, I think it was good. And then we
Yeah.
just move on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Very good answer.
That is a good answer.
Very good answers. Well, yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out today's episode. We're about to hit the hay. You know, this is a sleepover.
This is Sleepover, so we're about to go real life asleep.
We'll probably
In
watch a
these
scary
positions.
movie.
We're not moving.
Yeah, no, we're not going to move
Well,
the rest of the
I
night.
won't move. You guys are going to be shuffling all
We're
night.
going to be shuffling all night, but we also will be
We're gonna
sleeping
make
at the
it
same
your
time.
problem.
We'll keep all the
Yeah.
lights on for Leah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Everything will be good. And hey, guys, if you want to keep the lights on in this apartment, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and as always, give us a 5-star rating on Spotify. I'm going to
Yes,
add that
please.
in.
Yeah, I like that. Leah, Ryan, tell the audience where they can find you.
If you want them to.
lb.quesadilla
Yep, on screen now.
on
lb.quesadilla.
Instagram.
Ryan._.sword on Instagram.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
Crazy stuff.
And as always, we'll catch you on the flip. Bye-bye.
Bye.